These are the reasons why the English Premier League was created. Now, the Premier League officially started in August 1992. But before then, there was a time called the Dark Age in the English football. This was a time when English football was crumbling. There was no good infrastructure, stadiums were crumbling, hooliganism was on the high side. And one of the scenes that happened then, I think, was the Jesus disaster that happened in Brussels, and it was a European Cup final. I think it was Juventus. And so, charging Liverpool fans led to the collapsing of a war, and 39 persons lost their lives, and mostly were Italians. And so, because of this led to the ban for English team for 5 years. They will not be able to participate in European competition. And so players like Gary Lineker and co had to leave the league to find a greener pasture in other leagues like the Italian league and the Spanish league, the La Liga, right? And one of the most deadliest that happened back then was the Hillsborough disaster. Now, the Hillsborough disaster was a match that occurred between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. It was an FA Cup semi-final match, and it was played in Sheffield, right? Now, 97 persons lost their lives. They were unlawfully humanly crushed. And so, because of this, the Taylor report stated that every stadium must be seaters. Every stadium must be seaters. And so the big five then, the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, Tottenham and Everton, as at then, felt like they needed to maximize their finance. And so according to the old structure of the Football League, the finance that is generated from the revenue is shared equally across the 92 teams. And so the big five felt like they were the one carrying the smaller teams because they are the center of attraction. And so if they are the center of attraction, they felt like they needed a big share from this revenue. And so this led to the then director of the London Weekend Television, Greg Dyke, right, wanted to buy the top flight league then, and he wanted to pay the revenue more to the top flight teams. The revenue that is generated, that's the TV rights revenue, he wanted to pay to the top flight teams. He didn't want to pay to the smaller teams, right? And so this led to what we call the secret dinner. And this happened in 1990, right? The secret dinner. And the secret dinner has to do with Greg Dyke having a meeting with the representative of the big five, the Arsenal, the Liverpool, the Manchester United, the Tottenham and the Everton, right? And so in 1991, July 1991, the top flight club signed the founders members agreement establishing the basic principle, right, for the new league that is about to start, which is the Premier League we know today. And so in that same 1991, the top flight league broke out from the Football League. And so the Premier League officially started in August 1992. And so the reason why this league is created is because the big five then, right, they felt like they needed to compete with teams in Europe, teams like Real Madrid and AC Milan. And so in order to compete with teams like this, they needed more money, and they needed to maximize their finance. And according to the old structure from the Football League, the money that is generated is shared equally to the 92 teams. But now, then Greg Dyke's proposal is to buy the TV right of the top flight league, which we now know today as the Premier League, was to buy the TV right of the top flight league, and he wanted to be paying it to the top flight teams, right? He didn't want to carry the burden of the remaining league, consists of 72 teams. So luckily enough for them, the FA accepted this deal, and so the Premier League officially started in August 1992. So the reason why this league was created was to compete with other leagues in Europe. And I think we can all see it today. It was really a good idea, the breaking out of this league, because Premier League for more than 20 years now is the best league in the world. We could see how competitive it is. And so I don't think if Premier League is still merged with the Football League, I don't think if they would ever be competitive like this, because the Football League are still in existence. They are still managing the England Championship, the League One and the League Two, and it's still the same old structure they are still maintaining, whereby the revenue generated from the TV right is shared equally. So had it been the Premier League, the top flight league in England, which is the Premier League we know of today, is still in that league, I don't think they will be as competitive as this, because they will need finance and they will need to maximize it. And you could see one of the best stadiums, I think good stadiums, you will see them in England, right? So let me know what you think about the Premier League breaking out of the Football League in the comment section, and follow me for more football stories.